Hi, it's Untitled Carlson here, and today we're revisiting a classic comedy that hit the 4K format a few months ago. We're going to be looking at Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the classic John Hughes comedy starring Steve Martin and John Candy. I'm going to unbox this package, talk about the movie, the disc, and share my opinion. Nice close-up there of our two leads. That's simple and to the point. I like it. Here's our spine text on this side. Back cover with our film summary, list of features, got all your legalese and so forth down here. Slipcover comes off, pretty much the same thing underneath. Inside we have a digital code. Here we have our disc. We got our 4K Ultra High Def disc here. And then we also have a dedicated Blu-ray disc of special features. Now, I do want to add that the Blu-ray disc is special features only. It does not include the film. I'll read the description of the movie from the package, although at this point you're probably familiar with it if you watch movies at all. One of the most outrageous and beloved holiday comedies of all time, Steve Martin and John Candy star and director John Hughes' hysterical and heartwarming tale of travel gone awry. Neil Page is an uptight advertising executive trying to get home to Chicago for Thanksgiving. When rerouted to Wichita, Neil reluctantly partners with Del Griffith, an obnoxious yet lovable salesman. Together they embark on a cross-country adventure that includes multiple modes of transportation, unbelievable mishaps, intimate motel accommodations, and unforgettable rental car shenanigans. John Hughes is definitely missed. He was one of the all-time great directors of comedies, and his 80s comedies were just absolutely unrivaled. I mean, this is the guy that gave us Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and of course would go on to be a producer on the original Home Alone. His filmography is certainly one of the finest, and several titles that I keep coming back to. Comedies don't work unless the leads in the film have good chemistry with one another and can play off of one another. John Candy and Steve Martin are perfect foils for one another. You've got the obnoxious, over-the-top, loudmouth salesman, but then you also have the rigid corporate employee family man type. And just seeing these two clash, but also having to partner together to accomplish their goals, I mean, it's certainly worth the price of admission alone. And there's a reason why 30 plus years later, people keep coming back to this one. John Hughes certainly knew how to create good characters and direct a movie, and you couldn't have asked for two better leads than you get here. It's got a great supporting cast as well, including a lot of John Hughes stock regulars who show up in scenes, including Edie McClurg, who you probably remember as the Dean's secretary from Ferris Bueller, here in an infamous rental car scene, which had a lot of liberal use of profanity that most likely earned the film its R rating. I mean, it's pretty much from scene to scene, there's always going to be some kind of laugh, and there's far more hits than misses. This one's actually aged surprisingly well. Even if certain aspects of the film, including fashion and technology, are dated, the heart of the movie is still intact, and there's no greater praise for a movie than that. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is an interesting case because the movies just never really looked that good on home video. I'm sad to say this 4K Ultra High Def release simply does not change that. I mean, this is a transfer that doesn't have a lot of detail. You do get some slight, color boosts and things like that, but it's pretty clear that either A, the source is in really bad condition, or B, there might have been, noise reduction, digital tinkering, and all that not so good stuff. I can't say exactly why it is this movie's never looked good on home video, but it's so disappointing that this release doesn't change that. Alternatively, however, that included Blu-ray disc includes the holy grail of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles features, namely an hour's worth of deleted and extended scenes. I mean, that's going to be the absolute holy grail for anyone who's a fan of this film. It's really hard to say whether I can recommend this release or not. On one hand, the movie's great, and those bonus features are certainly going to appeal to longtime fans of the movie. On the other hand, the transfer is not good. Unfortunately, I don't know that I really see the movie ever looking any better than this. I can recommend it on the basis of the film and the bonus features, but not on the basis of the transfer. So it's really going to depend on who you are, what you want, and what matters to you. Are you a fan of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? Do you think it's the best comedy that John Hughes ever directed? Do you think it's the best roles for Steve Martin and John Candy? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content because I'm always posting new videos. And be sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.